Hello everyone. Today I want to teach you how to pray when you're in a dire situation, when you desperately need God to come through for you. I'm going to be reading from 2 Kings 20. It says, "And in those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amos, came to him and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set your house in order, for you shall die and not live. Then he turned his face to the wall and prayed unto the Lord, saying, I beseech thee, O Lord, remember now how I have walked before thee in truth and with a perfect heart, and have done that which is good in your sight." The Bible says, "And Hezekiah wept sore. And it came to pass afore Isaiah was gone out into the middle of the court, the word of the Lord came to him again, saying, Turn again, and tell Hezekiah the captain of my people, Thus saith the Lord, the God of David thy father, I have heard thy prayer, and I have seen your tears. And behold, I will heal thee. And on the third day thou shalt go up into the house of the Lord. And I will add unto thy days 15 years. And I'll deliver thee and this city out of the hand of the king of Assyria. And I will defend this city for my own sake and for my servant David's sake." When you pray, don't just talk to God. Don't just weep and don't just go to God casually. Learn to bring your strong reasons before God. Present your case before God. Hezekiah used this to his own advantage. That was what he did. He presented his strong reasons before God. He used it to argue with God, and he won the case. God himself had given him a death sentence, but he didn't give up. The Bible says he turned to the wall and he prayed. But how did he pray? He brought up his track record with God. He said, Lord, remember how I served you. Remember how I did that which was good in your sight. I shouldn't die like this. And the Bible says God heard him. While he was speaking, God told Isaiah, the same prophet that predicted or prophesied a death sentence for him, God said, turn again. Tell my servant Hezekiah that he will be healed. I will heal him, and not just that, I will add 15 more years to his life. It's very scriptural to present your strong reasons before God when you pray. We see our father of faith, Abraham. He did the same thing. When God told him he was going to wipe away Sodom and Gomorrah, what did Abraham do? He went to God. He presented strong reasons. He argued the case with God. He said, Lord, if you find 40 people, what if you find 10 righteous people? What if you find 20 righteous people? He went on and on and on. He bargained with God. We see Moses as well. Moses did the same thing. When God was furious at the Israelites, he said, Moses, I'm going to destroy these people. I will make a new nation out of you. Moses said, calm down, Lord, calm down. Look, the Israelites are your people. The Egyptians saw how you delivered them. They saw how you brought them out with your right hand. What do you think they will say? They will laugh at you. They will say you don't know how to handle them. That was why you destroyed them. Calm down, forgive them. Moses was able to appease God. He was able to appease God. So it's very scriptural. I've been in situations in my life where I just know that I need urgent divine intervention. You know, there was a time I went through a tough situation in my life. I remember I went to God. I said, Lord, this should not happen to me. I argued my case. I brought forth strong reasons. I said, God, this thing the enemy is trying to drag from me, remember how I used it to serve you. Remember how I used it for kingdom service. Remember how I never held it back from you. You know, and I also said, Lord, you know the way I'm always talking about you. Everybody knows me. I'm always on and on about you. How do you think they will gloat just seeing me in shame? Don't let them laugh at me. If they laugh at me, they are laughing at you. And as soon as I said that, I could sense the jealousy of God rise up on my behalf, and he turned around that situation speedily for my sake. First, as an act of mercy. Secondly, I was able to present my case before him in all sense of humility. You too can do the same. I don't know what you're going through. I don't know how tough or how desperate you need divine intervention. If you have a track record with God, you have a good history with God, go to God with humility and present your strong case before him, especially if you're right in the middle of kingdom service. You know, all of these things we do for the kingdom and the things we do for God, they serve as a covering for us, like an ark of safety for us that we can use to our advantage in the day of trouble or in the day of destruction. Look at what the Bible says. God himself referred to Hezekiah as a captain of his people. That means Hezekiah was in the middle of service. He was leading God's people. So God remembers. Hezekiah was in the middle of kingdom service. When you're in the middle of kingdom service, it serves as a covering for you and an extra advantage. You can use it in the place of prayer. You know, I heard Kenneth Hagin say this one day, that a member of his church was sick unto death, and the doctors have said he can't make it. Kenneth Hagin said when he went to God in prayer, he said, Lord, I'm not ready to release this guy. This guy cannot die. Why? He gives to my crusades. He helps me. He blesses the church. His tithe is the biggest in the church. Because of him, we have this. Because of him, we have that in the church. Because of him, we reach out to people. This guy cannot die. And God heard him. God answered him. So when you have a track record with God, you can use it to your own advantage. In the day of trouble, bring it out. Present your case before God. The Bible says God is not unjust to forget your labor of love, how you have shown him love and how you continue to care for his people. So God does not forget. He's a good God. Although he rewards you in the day of trouble, he still remembers. He still remembers how you served him. He still remembers the good deeds that you did in the secret. No one saw it. God saw it. He remembers. Whatever you're going through today, whatever you're facing, calm down. There is hope. There's hope for the righteous. God has not forsaken you. I want to agree with you in the place of prayer that God will come through speedily for you. When next you go to God to pray, remember the things you've done. Open your book of remembrance like God did for Mordecai. You can open your book of remembrance. Call for it in the spirit realm. Say, Father, let there be a book of remembrance before you. Let it be opened so that you can see how I have served you. And God will surely, surely come through for you. Thank you for watching this broadcast. If this has blessed you in no little way, I want you to like, share, subscribe, share it with your loved ones. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.